Today's topic is charismatic leadership. The word charisma is derived from the Greek word charismata, meaning gifts from the god. In the modern context, this is the most well-known definition for charisma by the German sociologist Max Weber. He describes charisma as a certain quality of an individual personality, by virtue of which he is set apart from ordinary men and treated as endowed with supernatural, superhuman, or at least specifically exceptional powers or qualities. Or we can downsize it into compelling attractiveness or charm that can inspire devotion in others. In 1920, Max Weber mentioned in his work Economy in Society that one of the reasons we obey the authority is we subjectively believe the authority is good, right, or just, and we obey the authority for spontaneous reasons. This theory is then labeled as charismatic leadership, and it was further developed by other scholars since then. So, what is charismatic leadership? To simply put, charismatic leadership is leadership based on the leader's ability to communicate and behave in ways that reach followers in a basic emotional way to inspire and motivate. Charismatic leaders achieve their vision through persistence, risk-taking, and personal sacrifices. These leaders become role models for their organizations. Since followers share in the vision, they are empowered to make decisions that move the organization more quickly towards the goal. So, how does a charismatic leader achieve his goal? Conger and Kanango proposed a model that described the process and mechanism of how charismatic leadership works, according to 4 stages. In the first stage, the leader assesses the environment for unexploited opportunities, remains sensitive to followers' needs and adapts and formulates a vision of future. In the second stage, the leader communicates his or her vision to followers by distinguishing the status quo as unacceptable and the vision as the most acceptable alternative. In the third stage, the leader solidifies trust and commitment to the followers through expertise, risk-taking, self-sacrifice, and unconventional behaviors. Last, in the fourth stage, the charismatic leader serves as a role model and a motivator and convinces the followers that they can achieve the vision. Feel overwhelmed and sleepy? I know, theories are boring. Let's look at some real-life examples. Mahatma Gandhi is a charismatic leader. He was a practitioner who fought against discrimination. He was also an inspirational speech giver, followed by countless admirers. Martin Luther King Jr. in his famous I Have a Dream speech also exemplifies him being an inspirational and a charismatic leader. Adolf Hitler is also a charismatic leader. You may be like, hold on, how political incorrect it sounds, but let me explain first. Charismatic leader does not have to be positive force. Judging someone as the charismatic leader does not involve any political correctness. He had the vigor, the vision, and determination, and he was no doubt the strong and emotional appealing leader that he was at his era. And we can also see examples like Walt Disney and Richard Branson as the charismatic leaders in the business and hospitality context. It's worth noting that charismatic leadership is a mixed blessing. True, it can include strength such as unchallenged level of obedience from the followers, and the leadership style is effective and also useful in difficult time or circumstances, and the charismatic leaders, they know the art of speaking, and they are energetic, visionary, unconventional, risk-taking, and exemplary. There are also a lot of downsides in charismatic leadership. Just to list a few, charismatic leaders are unpredictable because they're not bound to any rules or traditions, and the true charismatic leader is rare to find. Followers can be too weak and obedient. They can be addicted to the charisma, which dilutes their judgment. Organizations can also be addicted, thus the focus of organization is shifted to the personal characteristics of the leader, thus the accountability is diminished. A leader himself can also be too addicted to the charisma or rely too much on the effect of it, even leading into narcissism. That's the end of the video, and let's move on to the coaching activity.